The Tengu ambassadors have shared a secret, and it's the Cyclone Bow. Dominion Winds, that's been closed for over a century, was threatened by recent events. Because of this, the Tengu decided to send out ambassadors outside their walls. Among some of the rare honors that they bestowed Tyrians is sharing the art form of Galeshot. Cyclone Bow skills consume feathers. You have a total of 8 feathers that you regain with time and trades. Keen Shot is the first skill of the Cyclone Bow. It's fast and does not consume any feathers to use. Keen Shot does change into Hawkeye, the bread and butter of the bow, if you have 5 stacks of Wind Force. Bluster is the second skill and casts 1 feather and gives you a stack of Wind Force. Fleeting Zephyr is the third skill and has some great potential in sticky situations. In PvP and WvW it won't do any damage, but it has a quick evade backwards and applies cripple to the enemy. Keep in mind that it has a little shorter range. It costs 1 arrow, and if it hits, you will gain 1 stack of Wind Force. Quarter's Peril is the 4th skill and has a ground targeting. It's great for catching up to people due to its immobilize, but remember that it costs 2 arrows for just 1 Wind Force stack. Quarter's Peril can be changed to Pelt instead via the trait line. Supersonic Arrow is ridiculously fun. It costs 3 arrows, but it pierces, dazes, and gives you 2 stacks of Wind Force to boot. Not only that, but the damage on it and burst potential is nothing to be ignored. Just remember that you will be locked in place for a second. With Galeshot comes the Squalls. Your heal will be the Soothing Breeze. Piercing Gale is a decent power-based DPS utility that it scales with the amount of vulnerability on the target. Wind Shear is a very nice stun break utility on a relatively low cooldown. It also reflects missiles and knocks back enemies close to you. Whirlwind is a very fun utility that lets you evade incoming attacks for a brief duration and lets you reposition with some extra super speed at the end. Mistral is an interesting mechanic, similar to Sublime Conversion from the Druid Staff. Although it's not a defensive tool, it will let you put down a wall to chill and deal extra damage per shot through it onto your enemies. Perfect Storm is the thing you have been waiting for. A tornado at your fingertips. You can now release a tornado at your enemies that will deal very good damage and launch your enemies while being unblockable. Definitely one of my highlights of Galeshot personally. Galeshot made me so extremely excited in the live stream and the teasers. Getting to play it, it really lived up to my expectations. When it comes to World v World roaming, I definitely feel like conditions are gonna be the weak point though. Fighting some of the condition-based builds was a little rough. Maybe that's just me not being used to playing anything else than Untamed recently, but I think that's gonna be the weak point, and that's okay. I think that's good. I don't, because Galeshot is freaking strong at this current state in beta. But it's good, it's fun, and I am super excited for when it actually goes live. By the way, hi, I'm Para, and I'm very new to YouTube at all. If you want to hang out ever, I do stream on Twitch, where I mostly just play Guild Wars 2, and even recently some Guild Wars 1. I'm mostly doing some PvE content and some World v World stuff, so if you ever want to come and chat, come on over to Twitch and say hi. He really wants me though. I understand. But now I have friends. You had friends before? Sorry. Why are you playing Harbinger? Question mark.